Right, episode number 91 today.
91.
And we had a very interesting topic. Bertie, you brought this up. What were we talking about today?
We were on location this week and we were talking about movies. Like the kind of movies that are easy watching and you think, you know, they're not critically acclaimed, but you still like watching them.
Yeah, see, I thought you wanted us to tell you about our really guilty pleasures that we were like...
Well, it's kind of
embarrassed
similar.
about. Yeah. So I went in deep on
actually
myself.
wrote down the porn movies that I watched. I thought they were like guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
Different kind of pleasure, you know.
I was writing the list going, I'm disgusting.
Man, that was a big list. It rolled over the table and kept on going along the floor. It was huge.
Yeah.
So find out what John's favourite porns are. That's coming up as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we also did our waffle game. There's no chocolate bar World Cup today.
No, we'll be back next week.
Back next week with the
taking a break
Cup.
because of the calories and our weight.
And yeah, that too, yeah. And we finished up with the our shell bombs as usual.
Shell bombs, of course.
Right, will we name this thing?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, my name for today's podcast is 50 Shades of Crean.
Get me in trouble. My wife's definitely going to listen to this episode.
I don't think mine's going to be as good now. This was surreal but nice.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the famous quotes from Notting Hill.
I like it.
Very nice.
John, what do you think?
I was going to go with more like a logical, calm one where it's like movie guilty pleasures.
Right.
Just that describes the podcast.
Yeah. That's boring.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so
yeah,
are we going to go with my one?
Yeah, I think you go with your one, I suppose.
Yeah, go on. But I think John's should be the second tagline.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was it again? I got bored while you were saying it.
Movie guilty pleasures.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you fell asleep halfway through that. Yeah.
Right, Bertie.
Okay, so episode 91, Scotty, what are we doing?
50 Shades of Crean.
Terrible
Affecting.
podcast name.
I love it.
Yeah, waffle me this, waffle me that. Thinking on the topic that you could have had. The only game that makes me feel so alive. I'm guessing for 30, it could be only 5. Getting them all would be a superpower. You can get it every week on the JB Waffle Hour. 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 JB Waffle Hour.
Oh no, you got up at the wrong time. Just give it a second.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
I love that song, lad. That was class.
There it is.
I love that song.
That's what happens when you're multitasking between being a presenter and being the cameraman.
Oh yeah, it is tough. It's tough. Videographer / podcaster is on my bio.
Yeah. Hey, boys.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing?
It's episode 91.
Oh, yeah.
We're into the 90s. That's good, isn't it?
19's not best years ever.
Exactly. So
90s.
hopefully it's going to be our best 10 podcasts until we're in the noughties. I hope you all enjoyed episode 90. 7:30 a pint. Feck's sake.
Yeah.
Good title.
Yeah,
I think that is pretty self-explanatory.
Still trying to recover from that. Actually.
Where we talked about gigging. Well, we talked about gigging for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
We went along a big tangent about priests.
Yeah.
So if you want to go back and listen to
We
it and
waffled.
find out more.
We waffled.
We
But
actually did
that's
waffle.
what it's all about.
That was a
That's it.
pretty funny little tangent, actually, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, I listened back to it. I was actually laughing at ourselves, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I was there during those jokes. Make sure to rate, like, share, follow, subscribe to podcasts wherever you may see it.
Mm-hmm.
We've crossed the border well into the 5,000 streams.
Woo.
We're almost at 5,100 now.
That is crazy, isn't it?
That's it. We've
Feels
weren't-
like only yesterday.
We weren't even planning for people to listen.
yeah.
Like,
So far, over 500
Yeah.
people have listened as well.
Very good.
Yeah, going well.
Our listeners.
me mammy probably listened 4,995 times.
Keep her lit though. Keep her lit. We'll try and keep the quality up. We are on location today.
Yes.
Out and about.
We're out. We're in Kildalkey in County Meath.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're
Yeah.
visiting. What brought us here today? What site?
M49A22. Just in case you want to know the air code.
Oh my God! Did you just give out his?
I don't even think that is my air code.
No, it's not, no.
It usually begins with a C, doesn't it?
It's,
Right here.
I don't know. It's somebody's air code, I'm sure.
It's C. Yeah. Oh, what was it again? Say it again. What was the one you said?
Oh, I can't remember.
Can't remember. All right. If someone could send us in what that air code actually brings you to.
If only we were recording what I said.
Oh yeah, we can listen back. I wonder, should we that air code, find where it is, and then go and do a podcast
And
from
see,
there?
Okay.
air code lottery.
Yeah.
Air
That
code
is
lottery.
brilliant.
Class.
Air code lottery.
Just contact them. Put a letter in their letterbox saying, "This is
Can we do a
this is the
podcast?
game. This is the deal."
Would that be a cool thing to do? Wake up, like you and your friends, wake up on a Saturday morning and go, okay, air code lottery. This is where we're going today. We have
Yeah.
to go to this town, and we have to do. You have set some sort of things you have
So
to do.
it's to the town rather than the specific house.
Yeah, well, you're not going to someone's house, like, but go to the town, and then you have to spend the day in the town
Yeah.
doing whatever. That's
Well, we'll
the
get
town.
Fergus the intern onto that, I suppose. See what he does.
Yeah, yeah.
Who?
Fergus the intern.
Who's he?
The guy we're sending 200 quid a week.
Yeah.
To. That guy.
Oh yeah, I
From
forgot
episode
about
90.
that.
Did you not even listen
Yeah.
back to last week?
No, I don't listen to our podcast. I don't listen to podcasts.
So yeah. So anyway, we are
hate podcasts.
we are on location today, basically.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the sound will be any different, but it sounds good to me.
I
Sounds
think
good
we're
to me.
okay. Yeah. we're doing
Once again, John has put on a fine display of biscuits and
Biscuits
teas
and tea.
and coffees.
Mm.
What's the minimum when someone visits your house? What do you have to have?
You have to have biscuits anyway,
Biscuits.
Yeah,
are a must,
yeah, biscuits.
and offer tea. Sometimes
Yeah.
they say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I offer tea to everybody, even like the guy who's coming in to check the electricity box.
Oh,
I
I
said,
do
do you want a cup of
actually.
tea?
Yeah. You
Or
have to. If someone's
kind of,
coming to your house.
servicing the water filter. Do you want a cup of tea? You know. And the last guy came in. I said, "Do you want a cup of tea?" He said, "No." And I was like, so not insulted, but I was like, "I have to give you something." So I gave him a can of orange out of the fridge.
No, just handed it to
I
him.
just said, "Here, take nothing. Nobody comes in here without something."
Oh, yeah. That's a
And-
nice house to
and
be
he
in,
was,
isn't it?
he was grateful.
Now, what's the minimum when you're going to a house to bring with you if you're visiting? A
Now,
house?
I did say on the way over, did you need anything?
You did.
But I think you get to a certain level of calling around that it's okay not to bring something.
Oh, really?
I'd say so, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
if you're
checked with John.
friends and you're just popping over to like collect them or drop in something like the underwear you borrowed last week or something.
Yeah.
You two are way too close. It's ridiculous.
They're nice underwear, to be fair, though.
Yeah. I saw
Yeah,
them. They're
I got
nice.
them in Brown Thomas.
How was your weekend, lads?
All good, all good.
Yeah, all good, yeah.
Keeping us somewhat on track. What did you do last weekend, Bertie?
I played the over 35s.
Right, and how'd that go?
I'll let you know.
I climbed Crow Patrick on Saturday evening.
actually?
Yeah. Really went really well. It was like I was hoping it wasn't going to rain, but it did rain.
Something
A bit of-
inspired you, obviously,
bit of
that
moisture.
morning.
I was inspired. I mentioned it on the podcast that I was going to do it, and I just said I had to do it then.
Oh,
Right.
excellent.
Climb Crow Patrick.
I got my wing mirror fixed.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Done.
And plus, we won the Junior B on Friday night against
Oh,
Carner Ross. On the lads.
Very good.
Won by 2 points. It was a fantastic game.
Won the Junior B. So what does that mean now? You're Junior A?
No, we just won a game in the Junior B.
Oh, right, you didn't win then.
So we've
Junior
won
B.
the first 2 rounds and we've 2 to go. So we're and 3 qualify. So we're in a good spot.
All right, okay.
It's a good place to be.
Where does it put you now in the table?
Well, the others haven't played yet. Minalty and Slane. So will we be top with 2 wins? Because nobody else has played twice yet.
6 points? Is it 2 points now?
2 points, yeah.
Right, okay.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Is it a point for a win?
2 points for a win and a point for a draw. In the game.
All right. And you said
Yeah.
you've won
2.
2. So
We
you've got
bet St
4
Paul's
points.
and we bet Karen Ross. Yeah, so we have 4 points, and we have to play Minalty in about 4 weeks, and then Slane again as well.
Would you now, considering it's Junior B, do you think you could find out who is on the Minalty team and just kind of?
Oh yeah, well the lads all know. I'm kind of a bit oblivious to that. Like you could say like, oh such and such ref, and I'd be like, who? And it's like you refed you last week. I was like,
Yeah, couldn't care less.
I'm more focused on what we do,
Yeah,
and I know
yeah.
what we do. Now unless you're told specifically, well you're marking, I don't know, Barry something, and that's your job, and then you have to find out who Barry is.
Right.
But apart from that, once you go, yeah, I just go. You know, you're worried about your own stuff, all your bits together, whatever taping you need to do, your favourite socks, your boots, whatever.
But would you consider finding out who their best player is and somehow poisoning him?
I don't think
give
you
him
could
a
do that,
dodgy-
could you?
You possibly could.
Like poison him the night before, like make
Yeah.
a big deal out of it,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
find
yeah.
his home and stuff.
Did you see
Yeah.
they said that, was it?
Diarrhea at least.
Who was
Yeah.
it? When Mayo was playing, was it? And they were playing someone, and your man had like a well-documented ankle injury, and they reckon one of the scuffles that he purposely like kicked your man's ankle.
Oh yeah.
So they're trying to figure out whether he purposely done it or whether he was randomly kicking out.
Right.
So I
You'd
don't
never
know.
be able to figure that out.
No, I don't think people are like that. That's very vindictive, isn't it?
There would be
Well,
people
you
like
would
that.
absolutely. Yeah.
There would be people like that. I've met mad people. When you're told you spoke about you have to mark Barry.
Yeah.
I don't, as you know, I don't play sports. So like, let's say your coach or whoever it is that tells you 2 things. Go out and there and mark Barry, but you don't know Barry. Do you go around all the players? Are you Barry? Are you Barry?
No. You hopefully find out off the team list that he's like number 13 or number 14.
Yeah, you'd know.
Oh, okay.
Now, in some teams, you'll have like video analysis and stuff, and you do video sessions, and they'll be like, "Oh, look, this is how he plays, or this is what he does."
Really, at
But-
Junior B?
No, not at Junior B. At
Alright.
some level, you would.
Yeah.
Now, maybe some teams in the Junior B, like Karen Ross, had headsets last night.
What?
Yeah, I don't know who they're talking to, but anyway.
What, on the sideline they'd headsets?
Yeah, the manager had the earpiece in, like.
For what?
I have no idea. Like we have an Offaly, right? I know, like the lads, like we wouldn't play in big stadiums with a lot of noise, but I mean it's great for the physio. So the physio runs on and he says back, "Oh, like you need to warm up or whatever," because sometimes it's hard to get that communication across. And then sometimes like I'd be the other side of the pitch and I'd have the headset in if we're doing that. But the only thing is, if you do the water, like you can't be on the other side unless you're doing the water, and if you're doing the water, you can't have a headpiece in.
Because of the water.
Yeah, because you're meant to be doing the water. You're not meant to be a coach, like, if you get me.
Oh, right, okay.
So I do the thing if the once they were saying, no, you have to take that earpiece out, and I just hopped across the fence, and then they can't say anything.
Oh, right, okay, because you're not on the pitch.
Yeah, you're outside the fence. Yeah. And I
mad
was
stuff.
in exactly the same spot, like.
And so Junior B headsets, do you think maybe it was just that he didn't have a babysitter and he left the kids at home and the earpiece was like going
Very
back
well,
to the
because
house?
I didn't see anybody else with an earpiece, so I have no idea who was on.
Or do you think he was just posing, really?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's not like Kildalkey had a stand and there's some lad up in the stand watching the game from up there for the stats, like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you could do that, actually, couldn't you? If
Yeah.
you had someone up high to kind of see what the
Well,
formations are like.
when Dan got suspended for one of the games, I think did he use his earpiece in the stand because he wasn't allowed to be on the sideline?
Oh, I've seen that done before. Actually, I
Yeah.
saw one of our listeners was not meant to be on the sidelines of a game. You know who you are. And he was on the phone, the far side of the pitch,
Oh, yeah.
talking to the person who was managing, trying to give them information.
Yeah.
That was quite funny. It was
Well,
good.
Joyce from Galway, he has like one of the headphones in. So I don't know whether that's
like the Britney Spears yoke with the little mic.
No.
over there.
Do you know like the little Apple earpods? Or
Oh,
whatever?
yeah.
So he has a set of them. So I don't know whether he's talking onto someone's phone, they're using phones, because I don't think you could hook them up to a walkie-talkie.
It's not two-way walkie-talkies and them things.
No.
It's either listening to music or he's
listening
on
to
the
JB
phone.
Waffle Hour. And
Yeah, so it's hard to know whether someone's ringing him and he's just tapping and he's listening that way. Maybe he finds that better than
Meditation.
walkie-talkies. Maybe, I don't know.
Meditation.
Maybe, yeah.
Some crazy stuff, isn't
Stay calm, Porrig. Stay
One
calm.
with game.
it? Be like the water.
Yeah.
Right, we move
Become
on
the
to our
ball.
news.
Yeah, news.
I was just thinking before we go on to news, we were talking about
Okay.
tea earlier.
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't it weird?
He's looking
that
into his mug now. Is there tea leaves in there? Are
I
you
was-
reading the tea leaves?
Yeah, actually, you could read.
This is what an awesome dad looks like.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's on his mug.
That's on my mug.
Ooh.
Father's Day
I got a
present.
very generic kind of a white and pale
That's
grey
the guest
mug.
cups. They're the guest cups.
I've got a guest cup too, yeah.
Oh, it's matching, so it's a
Same
matching
as.
set.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
There's no favoritism basically with the cups. I wanted to
Oh,
know.
okay.
It's a very good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair play. Well,
Um,
they're mugs now, not cups.
They're mugs. Okay, Grant.
Yeah, I hate that in hotels when they give you cups instead of mugs.
Yeah,
Like
for
the little
coffee.
tiny ones.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
lift up with
man.
2 fingers.
Get
yeah,
out of
don't like
here.
that.
Or you're talking about the very small cups. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's really
Yeah,
small
I
cups.
get you.
yeah.
I get you. Them ones.
Because that's pointless.
You
You
do
like
that
a
on
mug of
purpose
tea.
so you can get out quicker.
Oh, maybe.
What was your point about the tea?
Yeah, sorry.
Isn't it weird? Like we're making tea for years now, and I was drinking this, going, "That is a good cup of tea." But like, isn't it weird that you don't get like pour a glass of Coke and go, "Oh, that's a nice glass of Coke."
Well,
know?
there's some Coke connoisseurs, isn't there, that say like one from a glass bottle, a plastic bottle, a can, and what's the thing in the pubs? The psh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all taste different.
Yeah, the tonic water from them tastes different. Yeah.
Yeah,
The guys
so
having
I'm
gin
sure
tea.
if you're a big Coke, and some Coke people know the difference between like A class Coke, not Coke, Coke Zero and Diet Coke and Full Coke.
Oh, there's definitely a difference,
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
I don't drink it enough. It
Zero
wouldn't-
Coke,
yeah.
I
It wouldn't
wouldn't
bother
be
me
that
now.
experience as Zero Coke, yeah, but definitely Diet Coke tastes totally different to real
Yeah.
Coke.
I would
Oh.
say that the difference between a good cup of tea or a cup of tea that you really notice or a good glass of Coke or Lucozade or something is the circumstances. So if you were to drink tea all the way through the day, you could have like 9 cups of tea in a row. None of them be great. Whereas if you waited like until the next morning, the first cup of tea in the morning is always like, oh yeah, that's good. It's to do with the circumstance, I think, rather than the actual tea.
You're probably right, because the tea at 10 o'clock in work always tastes nicer. Sometimes I have tea like at 2:30 and it just doesn't taste the same.
No.
The 10 o'clock one,
And
even though you
like,
make
it's
it
like the
same.
morning coffee tastes better than the 3 o'clock
Oh
coffee. I
yes,
suppose.
probably,
absolutely.
yeah.
First coffee of the day is beautiful. The rest are just to get me through the day.
Yeah. Camping tea always tastes nice.
Does it?
It's like a different earthy feel.
Right.
So like I think he drank too much tea, did he?
He's away to the bathroom. I don't know what he's doing there now.
Oh, it's raining. Oh, he's bringing the washing, is he?
He's away to bring the dog in, I think.
Oh, is it?
John's just ran out of the room.
The dog is sitting there. Oh no,
This would be a
he's
good
moved
video.
now.
This would be a good video, actually. It's just John getting up and bursting out of the room.
The dog looked very majestic there. He was just under the shelter there, and he was just staring out,
Poor dog.
taking it all in.
Is that what he's doing, bringing the dog in?
Oh, he's bringing the dog in.
Was it the dog you're bringing in? Oh, right,
Yeah.
okay.
So I made tea with the Kelly kettle out in the wilderness, and it was like an earthy taste to it. It was nice now.
Cool. Right,
You-
now can
you
we get on to our
don't
news?
make
Yeah,
it
let's go with the news.
with tea leaves, no? Oh, sorry, we're finished. Okay, never mind.
Ireland's joint bid to host 2028 Euros has been unopposed, apparently.
Nobody wants it.
Nobody wants
Can't
it. So
afford it.
Ireland has been given the green light, which may lead us alongside the UK to host the games in
If
2028,
the GA
which is great.
was to open up their pitches, I think Ireland could host it themselves, could they?
I'd say so, yeah, absolutely. But they won't.
They'll never do it.
Well, you have Aviva and Croke Park. What's the minimum capacity for a round of the World Cup?
40,000.
Would it be? What's Parky Creve and Parky Ring?
Oh, they're only like 25 or something.
And then Stemple Stadium, because you couldn't have any terraces
Totally making
in the
this up.
soccer.
Yeah.
So is you probably haven't researched this?
No,
much.
no, zero research, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was just wondering, is Ireland just like Aviva? Is
No,
it just
there's
one?
2 stadiums. There's Dublin, they're going to rename it the Dublin Arena for this tournament.
Croke Park?
No, the Aviva.
Oh, the Aviva.
And then there's Casement Park in Belfast is the other one.
Oh, that's where Northern Ireland play their home games.
Yeah.
So they're the only 2. So
Two,
So
yeah.
we've only 2 that qualify for.
Yeah, apparently
Oh,
so.
Jesus, right.
So it'd be those 2. But is this our only way to get into a Euros or into a World Cup, do you think? Should we just bid for everything that comes up?
Sure, why not?
Every tournament. Like just bid.
It's a pity you can't bid for the Eurovision.
We should be winning the Eurovision, in fairness. We've got a rich history there.
But I think there should be a thing with the Eurovision that if you've won it so many times, until people like pass you out. So
You
if
get the
you're
stars above your badge.
Yeah, if you're like the top 5 winners and you're in those top 5, then you should automatically get in until someone like wins more than you and breaks into the top 5.
Oh, do you think so? Even if your
Yeah.
song's shite?
Yeah, because then Ireland would have been in it loads of times.
Well, here's the thing. Ireland's songs for the last few years haven't been great.
No,
So, I mean,
they've been standard songs.
yeah.
I feel
Nothing special,
I
though.
feel the song this year was like a year too late. That's kind of what the songs were last year. Like,
Yeah.
you know, because that was a good song as well.
It was actually decent, in fairness, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I don't agree with you on that one. I think the song has to be a good standard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because there's people that are qualify straight just because they put money into it way back when. That's not fair either.
Yeah, no, that's not fair. Who are the main ones? The UK,
France, Germany, Spain.
and they just
all
automatically always
guaranteed.
get in.
Yeah,
That's stupid.
there's
Big
someone else I
players.
think, is there?
Yeah, I should look. Anyway. All right. So, new 3 million Dublin bar opens with a double toilet cubicle.
Double toilet. So there's 2 toilets in one cubicle.
2 toilets. I'll turn it around to you just so you can
Is
see
one
it.
is one a bidet?
One is not a bidet. They're 2 toilets side by side. What do you think?
Now there's enough space between them to put a partition. To be fair,
There is enough space for a partition, but they're not putting it up. It's a thing.
I brought this up this morning with the wife. I said, "What do you think of this?" And she said, "Oh, totally get it."
Right, explain.
And I said,
explain.
and I
how.
said to them, I said to her, I said, "So you would happily sit beside another girl peeing?" Well, that's what we do anyway. Sometimes you go into two
Is
girls
that-
go into a cubicle. and
what?
is that ladies' toilets?
No,
girls,
they're both.
Oh,
girls do it, I suppose. Anytime.
wait, hang on. So, no, a man and a woman can't go in together.
No,
no,
it's just
no.
women's.
No, they're women's. No,
Women's and the man's.
this
But-
is men's as well, is it not?
Okay.
No,
Oh, it's just women's.
that's actually the bar I was in last week.
right.
Was
Yeah,
it?
with Robbie.
Ah, no way.
But I didn't see. No, I think it's only the women's.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
But is it? Can you not compare that to urinals? Like just 2 men standing
So
right beside each other. with
That'd
their
be more
pee-pees
Yeah,
out.
maybe.
two friends going in together, which they usually do because one has to block the door, isn't it?
Yeah, but like, what if you need to take a shite, and your friend is sitting beside you also taking
Well, it
a
depends
shite?
how good of a friend you are.
Well, as long as he's both taking a shot.
What's the difference? What's the difference between
I don't think I could do that.
you doing
in front
that
of someone.
and your friend getting sick and you having to hold her hair back?
That's totally
Or
different.
one having
Is
a
it?
shite and the other one getting sick.
in the same toilet. No, there's getting
That's
sick.
why there's 2.
Getting sick and going for a shite is totally different things.
Okay.
I don't ever want to watch anyone taking a shite. I'm sorry.
There's probably an
But like,
OnlyFans
you
page for
wouldn't
that.
know. Like,
There is, yeah.
If,
Is there fuck, is it?
But you would know.
logically speaking, you wouldn't know unless you watch their facial expressions.
You're sitting beside each other. Imagine Bertie sitting there
Yeah,
taking a dump.
yeah.
You'd
But
hear
it's-
the pushing. You'd start to smell stuff. Yeah.
And then to be concerned depending
then-
on which way it landed.
What do you do
Well,
then
what if
afterwards?
you're talking to him through a closed door cubicle?
That's fine.
That's fine.
I don't need to see it. Yeah.
But-
I don't want to see your face when you're doing anything, even even if you're.
And is that just with friends? Like, what's sort of family members?
No, that's everyone. No, go away. I don't know. That's. I don't want anyone. I don't want to look at
Okay.
anyone taking
No.
a poo.
Hmm.
My
I'd-
kids, maybe.
I'd
I
look
don't
at a
mind my
friend
kids.
take a poop before I'd watch a family member take a poop.
Would you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know about that now. My kids, because obviously you have to clean them the whole time.
Yes.
Or used to anymore. Mine are too old for that now.
What age does that stop, actually?
About
Just curious.
17 maybe, or
Right,
16, 17.
Jesus.
No, not really. 4, 5, somewhere in there. Before they go to school, anyway, just about.
Yeah.
They have to be able to do it before they go to school.
Yeah.
So is that like a
teachers
prerequisite?
are frowned upon that.
Oh, yeah, you have to be able to take care of yourself.
Is there like a test?
Yeah, they line them all up.
One
I
teacher
don't remember
marks
that entrance exam.
Oh my god, this is like the priest thing that we were talking about last week, marking their wiping technique and stuff. No, I just don't think I could do that now. To be honest, it wouldn't take off in a men's capacity. I don't
In the
think.
men's one, it wouldn't. I don't think it would.
I was never one for pooping in school now, to be fair.
Would you hold it until you got home?
No, like
One
if
of
you had
those.
to go, you had to go. But like I would prefer not to go.
I would prefer to go and poop somewhere else than in my own house. To be honest.
Oh, would you?
Yeah, I mean, I want to smell up my own house when I can just go somewhere else and
Oh,
leave.
yeah. But what about like that's different with a hotel? But like, how are you in like a public toilet?
I'm all right, yeah.
Oh,
As long
you-
as there's no one around that I know.
Oh yeah.
Do you actually? Quick question for you: if you know that things are going to be loud, and say someone is in the next room, close to the bathroom, what do you do? What's your go-to?
Well,
do you just
like-
go for it and just be like, I'll be damned?
if there was like a one toilet somewhere, I'd prefer to go there.
What do you mean?
Like in work, like there's public toilets, but then there's toilets where there's only one of them,
Oh yeah.
and then I prefer to go there just because you have a little bit of a break. You know,
A little
you
bit
have
of privacy as well.
Yeah, a little bit of
But
privacy.
have you ever been caught in that situation where you know things are going to be loud and you have to try and
No.
dumb down?
Just time your coughs.
would you ever? What's he doing in there? He's coughing and laughing. the whole-
I've never done it now, but if you flush at the same time, are you all right? Like
Oh,
so, poop a
I
bit and
think-
flush and poop a bit and flush. No,
On the occasions where that does happen, let's say an airport toilet,
Right.
and there's like 6 cubicles, you just got to time it where you're not coming out at the same time as
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the other guy, I'm sure, is kind of going, I don't want to meet this guy at the sink.
You're looking him straight in the face when you come out.
Yeah, I'm sorry about
That
that.
was some job.
Well, were you ever in a toilet though, just like going just to do your number ones
Yeah.
and washing your hands, and yeah, it sounds like someone's dying.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Poor fuckers.
You feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think when the walls are very thin in like a
Yeah.
house or something, and it's just that awkward moment when you know you just. I would maybe turn on the tap
Okay.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Or, as you say, flush the toilet at the same time and then just go
Yeah.
for it.
Well, we're getting the camper next week, and there's like a
that's-
camper toilet.
Yeah, that's close quarters. That.
That is.
How do you feel about that now?
I don't know, because it's like some kind of bucket thing.
Oh, Jesus.
The bucket.
Because it's not a big massive camper where you actually have like a toilet. It's just a camper that has like a chemical
You
toilet
need to
with
pick
it.
up the bucket then and go out and empty it.
And you pull it out. And
Oh,
then when you get
no,
to the
thank you.
campsites, you have to like change it or whatever.
Gross.
But it comes with it anyway. So I think that's just really for emergencies, because we're not going wild camping. We're going to be at campsites.
Yeah.
So
So
I
you go
don't
to the
think we're
bathroom.
going.
There's
Yeah,
probably
it's
public
definitely-
toilets at that
Yeah,
campsite.
yeah. There's because that's one of the things I checked for the kind of facilities and look at the reviews and stuff. And like the ones we're going to, and it's only £30 a night. I think one might be £28. That they're all really good facilities. Oh, showers and all, and people say how clean they are and stuff, and all good toilets and stuff. So
And would you are you renting the camper van?
yeah, camper van. Yeah,
All right. How much does that cost you? Do you mind me asking?
£950, I think.
Right.
For
And
how
that's
long?
including insurance and stuff.
Oh yeah. And that now it was cheaper if you want one driver. So it was £110 dearer because Sarah last August said, "Oh yeah, I do some of the driving." And now it's a week before. Oh, it depends what the roads are like. I don't know if. I said, "You're after costing us £110 extra. You're going to be doing some of the driving."
You better be driving some of it.
Yeah.
That's exciting, actually, getting a camper and going. I might do that
Yeah.
as well, actually, through August somewhere, maybe.
Yeah.
That'd be
So for
cool.
1 week, is it renting for 1 week?
Monday to Monday. Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
picked.
Mm.
Yeah,
And now this is only the small one. This is the 2-berth one. I don't know what the price of the 4-berth one
That's
is.
pretty good, isn't it? Actually, when you think about it, you can just
Well,
tip
if you,
off.
if you think of a hotel in Ireland for a week, like
Yeah.
it's a lot
Can
more.
you
Yeah.
can you park anywhere with that?
It suggests there's an app in England or the UK called Parkrite or Park Night, and when you go into it, it'll show you all the places you can park overnight on the app, like that. You it's okay to do it like
For free?
for free most of the place. Yeah.
Oh, right,
So
okay.
the only place that you really have to pay are like campsites and stuff.
Yes.
And then there's other like normal car parks that say no, it's okay to stay here overnight, and in other car parks you can't. But
Oh.
this website or this app tells you where you can go.
But sure, what's the difference if it's a free parking space? Could you just Do it.
No, I think there's something about like normal parking spaces, overnight stays or something that you might be clamped or whatever. Like,
Oh,
you know.
really?
Yeah.
There must be
Interesting.
Trim Castle car park, where like I don't know what. Yeah, Castle car park I think it's called. A load of campers to park in there overnight, so that must be.
Well, that must be, right,
must be on one of the apps.
Well, the
Oh,
camper
right.
we're getting,
Very good.
you can go wild camping for 2 days, I think, or 2 nights because it's solar panels on it.
Oh, right, okay.
So it has its own power generator.
Mm.
And then when you go into the campsites, then you just hook up to their stuff. Yeah, it looks like a nice camper now, so hopefully.
I didn't think of that, yeah, actually, just powering the stuff. I thought they
Yeah.
went off the battery in the van.
No, it wouldn't be powerful enough. But
Ah.
some campers do now all have the solar panels on it or whatever.
Mm,
Very
makes sense.
good.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
they call it wild camping or whatever. Like.
Cool, I might look into that. Do you know anyone
JB
with a camper
JB
van?
Waffle
actually?
or a camper?
Okay, imagine.
Now I know it's not a camper van, but if you're willing,
Yeah.
to buy a compact caravan.
Right.
So there's this company up, I think, around the airport or Swords direction, and they do compact caravans. So usually big caravans, you need the trailer license.
Yeah.
But these are 750 kilos and under, which means I think you can just drive them with a normal car license.
Right.
And literally, they are so well designed. And there's like different grades of them you can get. There's like a shower and a toilet in them, and there's a little kitchen, and you can get ones that sleep like 2 people or 4 people with pull-out beds.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think they're in around like 18 to 20 grand.
Right, okay.
Right now, I know that sounds a lot, but if you're interested in going like camping or like that,
you'd make it back.
yeah. But compared to what an actual camper van is,
Yeah.
and now you're looking, well, that camper van is an engine-based machine
Mhm.
that has to be looked after and is going to be sitting out your back for months at a time because you're not going. Where the caravan, I think, would be great.
Yeah.
Now, if you're ever interested in going in on one, that's,
We invest in them, really.
yeah.
If you ever break up with the missus as well, you've got a place to sleep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. And you could do the podcast in them.
Oh, yeah, a little podcast studio.
Yeah, you
Mobile unit.
should
Yeah.
look them up.
Be like Graham Norton kind of style, kind of
Yeah.
father Ted.
All right, okay. Last but not least, we'll go on to the last piece of news. A Dublin landlord is looking for a woman to share a bed with a stranger for €650 per month. You'd like this as well, actually. So
Excuse me, what? No, I wouldn't
Whoa.
approve of it.
No, well, it says it there that you've liked it. A rental advert
What do you be liking?
for a bed to share with a complete stranger was uploaded on Daft this week, which has obviously caused uproar on social media, which was found. The bed is an apartment in Lucan, of all places, not even in the city centre, for €650 a month, and would be sharing with a family who would be living in the other bedroom. Holy
So you have to
moly.
share the bed with a woman.
Share the bed with another woman, yeah.
Right.
Complete stranger for €650.
Oh, so
It's good value, to be fair.
she is renting out half of her bed.
half of her bed.
Oh, I thought it
And
was
the
for.
room.
I thought it was like for spooning or that. I think she can go down to some street corners and find people.
No, she's actually renting out the room. Like,
Oh.
this is or subletting half of her bed
I haven't.
for
Jesus,
$650.
how?
I haven't watched the RT documentary yet, but did you hear about the landlords that are like getting people in and you pay your rent with sex?
What?
Yeah, it's on RT
I could do
Investigates.
that.
Wait, like
I do that thing.
be
What,
the
what?
landlord or be the tenant?
Either.
Win-win.
Make a bit of money, wouldn't you? Actually, no, you wouldn't. No, you'd be.
You
it's for
definitely would be
accommodation.
minus money. Yeah.
That's an interesting one, isn't it, Jan?
Yeah. So landlords, instead of charging rent, they just pop in for now.
Is this in Ireland?
Rent is due.
So it's just a
Yeah.
whorehouse, basically.
Yeah, technically. yeah.
Basically.
I'm gonna watch it someday. It's scumbaggy. Like it's meant to be like. It's out, and it's not like Dublin City. It's farmers out in the countryside.
What?
You wouldn't want the residents' association getting out of that.
No, you would not.
No.
That's an interesting one. Yeah, things are they're obviously desperate enough now if people are doing that. €650 a month for sharing a bed with someone.
Yeah,
Craziness.
that's madness.
Would you ever do it if you were stuck now? Would you?
Yeah, I think that's the most depressing thing about it is because there's probably people that actually are going to think about doing that.
Yeah.
Because they're that stuck.
Hmm.
Now, I know it's a different situation, but like even students down in Maynooth now, the accommodation is so hard to get and it's so expensive. Like some of them are camping or have got camper vans.
Camping?
And you see camper vans down in the car park.
Ah,
And
Jesus
they stay there,
Christ.
yeah.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
And there's some houses down there, I think there's like 12 or 13 students living in it. And it's not made for 12 or 13 people.
And this is Maynooth now. It's not even
Maynooth,
city
yeah.
centre Dublin. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
House prices are nuts. The odd time I'm just nosy, I'll go on to Daft and have a little
Yeah.
look around.
Well, since the start of the year, since I started looking on Daft, I've noticed now, we're obviously in the 7th month now, that the prices have increased.
oh, they have a 2-bedroom place at the moment is about €1,500,
Yeah, it's mad.
which is bananas. Absolutely crazy money. I remember when myself and Kieran O'Grady and a few others there was about 4 of us, I think, in a house. But the house was $750 a month, and it was like 4-bedroom in the middle of Navan. €750.
It's madness.
Well, like I still. That's when I was renting. That was the prices that I was looking at.
I can't
So
remember
that's-
what it was when we were in Knightsbrook. I remember I was paying $340 a month, but I don't know what the whole house was. But I guarantee you wouldn't get room for that now.
No, not a hope.
I think I was renting one of the rooms in my house in Trim before to John Kelleher. Remember them days?
Oh, John Kelleher.
That was
really?
$350 a month, and I paid all the bills. It was
Right.
great value back then.
That's very good value.
Is this one of the situations Scotty was talking about?
Did he share the bed with me?
Yeah.
No comment.
What I did in the privacy of my own home is my own business.
If he wants to
Good
come
old
in,
JK.
as a guest on the podcast sometime, then we can talk about
I
it.
miss him. I haven't seen him in ages.
Yeah, I met him in Maynooth one of the days.
What did you?
He was doing an estate in the town.
Oh.
Actually, it wasn't Maynooth, it was Dunboyne. Met him in
Oh.
Dunboyne, Sioux Valley.
What does he do? Is he a builder?
Carpenter.
Oh, right, very
Carpenter,
good.
yeah.
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 Very
But
good.
he's like a carpenter supervisor now. He doesn't
Oh,
even
is
do
he?
carpentry anymore.
What
He's
is
like
that?
office based in some
Oh,
way.
Supervising people
Saves-
cutting wood.
Yeah.
Save your knees and your back. Tell you that.
Yeah,
Very good. Fair play.
seems to be happy.
Right, that's the end of my news. Will we get on to our topic?
Yeah, look, I don't know whether there's much in the topic or not, right? So I was home last night after football. I'm flicking through, and Notting Hill was on.
What?
Flicking through.
Keep that. It's that's a wholly separate thing. So keep on the subject.
So I was rotating the channels.
Okay, grand. Yeah.
It's better.
On Sky, and Notting Hill was
That's
on.
another topic.
And I just thought about movies that, like, Notting Hill is just like, it's
That's
not
a
like
Christmas movie, no?
No, it's not. a Christmas movie, no.
Notting Hill is not. I'm thinking of Love Actually.
Yeah.
You are.
Well, even
similar actors.
yeah,
as well.
even movies like that they're kind of a very simple or straightforward storyline, and you can follow them quite easily. And it's not like a Marvel movie where there's loads of CGI or whatever. It's just like a standard, and most of them are be late 90s into the 90s. They don't really make movies like that.
No.
And I was just saying, is there many movies that you watch that are like that would be some of your favorite movies?
Favorite movies.
Those simple kind of ones, because obviously, like, you like whatever, a Batman movie, or you might like the Marvel movies, things like that. But like, there's definitely something about like movies that are late 90s that you
Like-
know exactly what's going to happen.
Like a guilty pleasure movie.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
I love The Bodyguard is a great movie.
Oh, The Bodyguard is a good movie. Yeah, there you go.
I'd
And
love to watch that
like
again, actually.
Jerry Maguire,
Or Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman as
yeah.
well.
Yeah,
I
even
always
though it's a
watch for
women's movie, but I love Pretty Woman.
Yeah, and
Class.
so it was on.
Can I give you a little thing here? This is called The Hero's Journey. Did you ever hear of The Hero's Journey?
No.
No.
So it's a movie trope that is used time and time again in order to write movie scripts. And basically what it is, the Lion King is the hero's journey, the
Right.
archetypal type of thing. So the hero's journey is an archetypal story pattern common with ancient myths as well as modern day adventures. The concept of the hero's journey was described by mythologist Joseph Campbell in his book The Hero with a Thousand Faces. It can be boiled down to 3 stages. So departure, so the hero leaves the familiar world behind. Initiation, the hero learns to navigate the unfamiliar world of the adventure, and then the return, the hero returns to the familiar world, often to like great
Save the
success. So can you think of any hero's journey movies? There's tons of them, and you'll recognize them now. Like even Cars, the movie Cars, uses the hero's journey as well. Like he goes off and he comes back and he wins the day. They face some sort of a challenge, some adversity, and then there's often an old wise sage that gives them advice that turns things around, and they come back and then they win.
Fatal Deviation.
Fatal Deviation is exactly the same
it.
one. Yeah, Hero's Journey.
Yeah.
So this thing has been used. It's just a way of well, it's an old ancient thing, really, how you wrote stories. But just now that you know what it is, you'll
Keep
go
an
and see
eye
a
out
movie
for
now, you'll be like, it's a Hero's Journey again. Exact same thing.
And what is the other kind of journeys?
Oh, I don't know. I just know about that one.
Oh, right, okay.
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers is a Hero's Journey.
That
yeah.
is technically because they were like living their normal lives and then they were their lives were put out of sorts,
Adversity.
and then
Well,
they grew and became these two heroes.
I
Hero's
know,
journey.
I know that's a standard comedy, but that's another one that like, not that the acting's bad in it, but like
In Step Brothers.
Yeah.
How dare you?
No,
Best
but-
acting ever. Should have got an Oscar.
no, yeah. Well, I'm saying that, like, but as you look as maybe a budget of a movie,
Yeah.
that's the kind of movies I was talking about, where it's not like I said, like a big massive blockbuster or whatever. Like the acting is great, it's funny, and it's a comedy, but the storyline is very, you know what's coming on, and it's a bit like, because they're taking the piss, and that's why it's so funny and why it's so good.
Yeah. Now, what I thought you meant when you brought up this topic was guilty pleasure movies. I thought that was the idea of it. So movies that you watch that you wouldn't really, you shouldn't
Yeah,
really
they're
watch.
like-
Tell your friends
well,
about, like,
because,
our podcast.
So,
I have one there that I like.
Go on then.
I think it's called The Best of Me,
right, explain.
and it was out in 2014. And James Marsden and I have a bit of a soft spot for Michelle Monaghan, is in it.
Who's
And-
she? Is she Pearl Harbor? Is that her?
That's her there.
Oh, yeah, I know
Yeah.
her. Yeah, yeah.
So them two are in it, and like the storyline is grand, but it's a flashback one, so
Oh,
it goes
yeah,
back
yeah.
and forward. But the younger him is I don't know what height James Marsden is. I don't know, maybe 5'11" or whatever. But
Is
like
he taller than the...
he is, he must be like 6'3".
Oh,
The casting with the flashbacks
it's
just
terrible.
doesn't make sense. But the movie is quite a nice movie, and there's a little bit of a twist at the end, which I won't say in case anybody does go to watch it.
I love those things that just don't
And,
make sense.
Like
in that
it's
movie.
not great casting, but it's still great acting. It's a very, you kind of see what's kind of coming, and then there's a little bit of a twist at the end. You're thinking, oh, I actually didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
But it just plays out the way you think, and it flashes back, and it's about the two that met when they were younger, and it goes back to the younger selves, and then obviously they went different ways, and then they kind of come back to each other then towards the end of the movie, you know.
Classic love story.
Classic love story. That's it.
I'll give you two of my guilty pleasures, and you'll know them straight away. One is Mean Girls.
Oh,
Do you ever see Mean Girls?
Oh, yeah,
surprised,
Mean
actually,
Girls is
yes.
good,
Man, that is such a great movie. I expected, when I saw like the trailer for it, and when I saw all the advertising for it, I was working in the cinema when this came out. It's one of those movies where I was like, no, I'm not going to like that. I hate that. And I went in and watched it, and it's actually just class. Great acting.
But so many like things came from that, like one-liners and things
Yeah,
that people
yeah.
still use.
That's how you know it's a great
Oh,
movie,
yeah.
in fairness. Clueless.
Oh yeah, another
great
classic.
movie, yeah.
Yeah, another one where you wouldn't expect
Yeah.
a lad in his
What's,
20s to...
The 10 Things I Hate About You with Heath Ledger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
remember
good
that,
one.
wasn't it?
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, that's a classic. That's
They're all
late 90s
that's a
as well.
classic, yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
they like back then when they did movies like this, they are classics because there's so many good lines in them, and there's
Yeah.
great actors as well in them. Like,
Yeah.
okay, my other guilty pleasure isn't really a movie; it's more of a TV show. Does that
Oh.
pass?
Oh.
Have you ever watched Desperate Housewives?
Oh, yeah.
Like the original one with like Terry Hatcher.
Yeah,
Oh,
is there
yeah.
another one?
Isn't like Desperate Housewives of something something, and it's like a reality TV show or something.
Oh no, that's what's that called?
Oh, Real Housewives, is it?
Real Housewives.
Oh, right,
That's
okay.
different. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Desperate Housewives.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, great writing. It's kind of it's probably made more for women, I'd say. But
Oh, yeah. I think I watched that.
I watched I was kind of not stuck for something to watch, but
But
it
did
was
you
on
watch
Disney.
that more recently?
Oh, it
as-
was only last year.
Oh, right. I remember watching it
And I
when
got
it was
absolutely-
on telly.
No, I got absolutely addicted to it. It's on Disney Plus,
Class.
and I remember burning through the series of it. It's
Oh, wow.
just class. I watched the first one. I was like, I'm not going to like this. And I watched it. and I was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
deadly.
Great storyline.
Oh, the
Yeah.
brilliant, absolutely brilliant writing and stuff, and yeah, just one you wouldn't really expect.
Do you know the way you were saying about the hero story
Yes, the hero's journey.
or hero's journey? Is there one then for one that has flashbacks?
I wonder. Yeah, well, that is a common way
Because
of writing.
so that one, Best of Me, there's flashbacks in that. Another one I also like is The Longest Ride.
Oh, what's that about? Is that a porno? Is it?
That's a flashback too, but it's not a flashback of the two main
a really
characters.
boring ride. The longest ride.
They meet this like old man, and it's about his history, and he's reading these letters and telling you the story of how he met his wife and stuff. So that's a flashback, but it's not a flashback of the main characters.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have what else has flashbacks? There's other ones that have flashbacks as well. But yeah, is there a one for that?
Okay, so there's these are examples of movie tropes. So there's one called aliens. So anytime there are aliens in a movie, they always want to invade Earth. It will feel a trope when the motivation for the alien invasion becomes fuzzy, like Independence Day.
What about Paul? He just wanted to go home.
That's true. Yeah. What about E.T.? That wasn't really
He
an
wanted to go
invasion
home
either.
too.
Undead is another movie trope. So, like zombies, that type of a thing. Magically survive a bullet to the chest, blah, blah, blah.
I wouldn't
blah,
be big of the zombies, but I did like I Am Legend.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
There's another one of those coming out.
That's more of a survival thing than it is zombies, I think. I think the zombies are kind of secondary to that movie.
Oh, okay.
It's very good. There's a villain trope. So the protagonist walks into a dark room, turns on a light, and there is an antagonist quietly waiting in his huge dramatic chair. Bonus points if they are petting a cat on their lap. So that's another trope.
That's a piss take a Bond, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much the Bond villain thing. These are all just common things that I think the screenwriters look to avoid when they're writing movies. Not so much a full movie trope. Yeah.
Have you ever watched Young Rock? Now, did you talk about movies?
No.
Okay. Now, I like The Rock, and no matter what he may or may not have done, but I do like The Rock.
Right.
And they made this thing called The Young Rock, and
Right.
and it's flashbacks of so there's 3 different actors. So they go to when he was like really young, like 9 or 10, when he was in like high school, and then when he was in college, or when he was breaking through to be like The Rock or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that story is so good, but they ruined it by he's telling a story from the future back to the past.
Oh, yeah.
Not
yeah,
the
yeah.
present, and he's running for the president in like 2035 or whatever, and there's all like phones with holograms and things like that. I think that would have been far better if it done it more like a Young Sheldon, where the Rock is just narrating things that are happening, because I think all the flashback stuffs and all are really good, and those actors are really good at being The Rock, and with his mom and his dad, and you see all the history of The Rock and everything, and it's really good to watch it that way. But I think they ruined it by having the future him, which is even future from now, running for president and flashback to talking to that and stuff.
Yeah.
I think they could have made that a lot better, because they ended up getting cancelled.
Speaking of movies that like are guilty pleasures, let's say the opposite wise, are there any movies that you actually would avoid because it affected you in some way, or like you were scared of it and you're like, no, even though it was a great movie, but you go, no, I'm not going to watch that movie because I don't want that memory in my mind to come back again.
Saws. The Saw movies.
Well, like, let's
Blair
say
Witch.
not even horrors. Like, is there any movies that you kind of watched where like...
Well, I know I watched The Wicker Man, and I wouldn't want to watch that again because it was shit.
Yeah.
Michael Collins.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or what was the one? There was a more recent one about like Irish independence. What was that one?
The Wind That Shakes the
Black
Barley.
47?
Yeah, Wind That Shakes the Barley.
Wind That Shakes the Barley,
Wouldn't watch it again.
Where they're pulling the fingernails.
I thought it was class. It was brilliant, and I watched it once, and I was happy that I watched it.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could sit through it again because it just emotionally, it took me to like a place where I wanted to go out and like start beating up English people.
All right.
You know, that sort of way.
That's not a bad place to be.
No, well, I mean, it's just not something that I want to revisit. Really, I don't think I could emotionally sit through it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I think the
Those type of
movies I'd probably have in my mind would be like I Am Legend, say.
Yeah.
Great movie. But every time it's on, I'd be like, I don't want to watch like the dog.
Oh yeah.
The dog scene. Like, the dog's so nice, and then he turns and he's so sad.
Yeah.
And then let's say even Jumanji. The original Jumanji.
Because Robin Williams was in it, and now he's
I don't know. For some reason, that movie freaked me out as a kid.
Really?
And even now, to this day, I probably wouldn't be able to watch that.
What in that movie freaked you out?
I don't know. It's just...
You know The Labyrinth? David Bowie freaked me out.
Oh,
in that.
yeah. When the little puppets in that freaked me
Yeah.
out. I hated that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
just-
watch that now.
Just movies like that, like.
Yeah.
I got upset at Johnny Five. When he was dying, short circuit.
Them kind of things
so
where someone
sad.
dies, where you really connected to the character and they die, and you're like, I don't want that feeling again.
Yeah, when
It's
I
a-
was young, I got upset with it.
It's something that takes an emotional toll on you.
Yeah.
I like movies where you can go in and you can leave your brain at the door and you go in and enjoy it, and then you walk out and you're like, that was good. Yeah,
they're the ones I was kind of talking about, because like I've seen Notting Hill like a few times. Notting Hill. And I still watched it last night. That's a nice movie you watch and sit through it. Like
I'd watch James Bond movies over and over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, anytime. Like,
But again, the reason that you could watch them over and over again is because every single one of them has pretty much the
Same
same
storyline.
sequence.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a villain. He's going to do something bad
Villain
against the
always
world.
wins
John
or
Bond.
loses.
John Bond.
Yeah.
John Bond.
John
Did you
Bond.
see me through the window the other night or something?
Although John has a great name for that kind of thing. Not
What?
many people. Crean. John Crean.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
I really put that together now.
Owen Scott.
Yeah, because you have to have 2 short names like.
Bertie McLaughlin. It's just like I'm checking into a hotel. Bertie McLaughlin.
The Rock's granddad was in one of the Bonds.
Was he?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know a lot about The Rock, don't you?
Well, I watched the TV show.
I read something interesting about The Rock the other day about his contract.
Oh.
He has in his contract, whenever he makes movies, he can never lose a fight.
What?
Oh, yeah.
That's
in his contract.
stupid.
Yeah, he can be in loads of movies, but he can never lose a fight. It's in his contract.
That kind of puts him like on the back foot in terms of roles, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
But
very limiting.
he'd always be the hero, would he not know?
Yeah.
Did
pretty-
he not lose a
yeah.
fight in one of the Fast and Furious against Vin Diesel, no?
Never watched any Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
Once,
but
once
see-
they had flying cars and went into space. So it was-
Yeah.
Vin, did they really? Vin Diesel probably has it in his contract that he can only beat The Rock when he has
Yeah.
to fight him.
Oh, maybe.
So that trumped that maybe.
it did, yeah.
Because thing about the Fast and Furious, right? And just when you're talking about movies that have really bad storylines and that you still watch, the Fast and Furious is just too stupid.
Yeah. It's
So when they were in was Rio de Janeiro and they were driving down the freeway or motorway or whatever with the big safes behind the cars,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Oh,
big
dragging
safe
them,
is like going across and hitting the police car out of the way. Just thinking, no, I think I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first two,
Yeah.
they should have stopped at the second
Yeah,
one.
2. I
But
only
that
watched
was
up to 2.
That was actually about racing and tuning.
I
Yeah,
checked
yeah,
out
yeah.
after
And then
that.
it went into I think one of them was Vin Diesel was in the back of a car, it crashed, and then he flew across to the other freeway and landed on another car's windscreen and got up as if nothing was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, those movies should have quit a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
dumb. Would you or have you watched 50 Shades of Grey?
Yes.
No.
You have watched it?
Yeah, I
No.
loved it actually.
I actually thought that you would be the one out of the three of us who have watched it, to be honest.
There you go.
Forget about that.
I don't
Jesus.
know. I don't know why. It's the whole businessman demeanor, and
Yeah.
I can just see
I do
you.
want to.
And you talking about secret rooms in the house?
I would follow. I would follow in his footsteps. To be
50
honest.
Shades
I
of
would
Crean.
use this as a guideline. Yeah.
John opened the door to us earlier in his velvet dress robe with his gin in his hand.
Gentlemen, welcome to my home.
So, what did you think of that movie?
I actually liked it. Yeah.
The stigma around that would put me off watching it. I wouldn't have.
Have you watched it?
I haven't watched it. No.
No.
Ah, no, it's good. It's good.
Did you go to the cinema to watch it?
No, I just watched it at home.
Yeah, like
On my own.
That was the thing. Do you know that like groups of women were going to see it together and stuff? That put me off going to watch it in the cinema.
Right.
I wouldn't have bought a ticket to go in and see it because of the stigma around it.
Yeah, I think there's like right now there's a stigma about Barbie. I'll never watch Barbie probably, unless it was like on RTE1.
What is the stigma around Barbie?
It's just all girly and there's loads of girls going to see it. in
Oh,
pink
right,
dresses.
It's not the storyline that I thought it was.
Did you see it already?
I
No,
heard it's
but I've been
political, I
told
heard.
about it.
Yeah, no. Which sorry,
I heard it's political.
Well, she goes into the real world, is the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, so I thought it was just someone that's called Barbie that lived in the world, but there's actually like a parallel universe kind of thing,
Yeah,
which
and
is the
she-
Barbie world and the real world.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And
I
she
didn't know
travels
that.
out into the real world. I would, hearing that, I'd be a lot more willing to go and see it, I think.
Yeah, and there's like Easter egg nuggets in it as well. So
Oh,
apparently
I like
that
Easter.
she goes into like a high school or something,
Mm-hmm.
and the 4 girls that are bullying her are the Bratz girls. So they're the same name and they're dressed similar
Very
because
good.
that's her like nemesis or something in real life or something.
Oh, is it
As in
really?
they're-
with the dolls or something? Yeah.
Their competition
know
of
that.
sales kind of thing.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's very good.
So there's things like that in it. So it's
Clever.
The only thing that would make me watch it is Margot Robbie.
Oh yeah, I do like her.
Mar-
They're very
Margot-
smart.
They did a
Ever-
plank
Ever
competition.
from her Neighbours days, wasn't it?
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
Neighbours.
They did a plank competition in on the set of Barbie, the personal fitness guy,
Yeah.
and Margot Robbie came top of all the actors.
Wow,
It was
she's fit as a fiddle.
3 minutes 51, I think, was her time.
Jeez,
See,
I can't
see,
even
see the world
seconds.
record for that.
No, what is it?
It's like 12 hours or something.
Oh yeah, I seen that in
I
the news.
tried to do a plank the other day. I saw the times. I was like, oh, I could definitely do that. I lasted 2 minutes, I think.
Should we do that
That
after the
is
podcast?
really
30. Yeah, I thought it wasn't too bad now. 1 minute was grand. I was like, I can do this forever. 2 minutes started getting pretty serious.
Did you start vibrating?
I was vibrating
I
and
don't think
everything.
I've
I
ever
was
done even a 1 minute plank.
Have you
before.
not?
No, let's give it a go.
We should try that after the podcast and
Yeah,
see how long
let's
you can
go.
last. Because I was surprised about how long I could actually last.
How long you can last at the plank?
Yeah. Okay, I think we've probably covered everything in terms of movies. Will we move on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
we
rock
can
and
do it.
roll.
Okay.
It's that time, you know the name. It's the reason we all came. Find the words that are the same. It's that time to play the Waffle Game.
More rock, paper, scissors
Thumb up the
drama
bum.
this week. I was in Trim doing the FAI camp, and they have another new way of doing
Oh, no, what
rock,
is it?
paper, scissors. They jump at the end of it. So they were doing rock, paper, scissors, and then they'd both jump and do it,
Oh.
which was really weird.
I jump like
No, well, so they do the rhythm of rock, paper, scissors, and then they jump when they do the last one.
Oh.
So they're both land at the same time and give away the thing.
Like
but the thing about it
like
was,
like the death move out of Austin Powers.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. But the thing about it is, they were turning, like they do their, maybe they were going to go scissors. they were doing the scissors as they were jumping, so the other person could just see what they were going to be doing, and as they land, change it. It was really stupid.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got more camps to go, so I'll report back on the rock, paper, scissors
Yeah, okay.
as we go.
Very
Anyway,
good.
we're going to do our one.
Yep.
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors.
Come
Shoot.
up to them.
Oh, I finally
No way.
won. Go
I was
scissors.
there hoping I was going to say I let him win this time. I'll just
I always
do paper.
No, I always go scissors first, just so
Right,
you know,
okay, I'll remember
for
that
future
next
weeks.
It would be a far more drawn out game if there was 10 options.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous. Okay, do you want A or B?
I would like A, please.
Okay. So, John, can you give me 30 seconds on the clock?
Yes, I can.
Right, here we go. Am I allowed to use Google for this? No.
Nope.
Oh, God damn it.
So, section A.
Okay.
Okay, Scotty, in 30 seconds, can you name 5 famous Liams?
Famous what, sorry?
Liams.
Liam's. Oh, Liam Neeson. Liam Hemsworth. Liam. That's pretty much it. Liam. Who else is famous that's a Liam? Do you know any more names?
Yeah.
You do not.
Don't
I know
help
one. I know one of them.
Liam. Oh, what's
You
that
have 10
guy
seconds.
that's on Game of Thrones? Liam O'Connell. Liam Neeson. Liam Lawton.
Time's up.
Liam Gallagher.
Oh, I was just thinking movies. Because of today's topic, I was just thinking movies.
That's the only other Liam I
Liam
had.
Brady.
Oh, well, I don't have him.
Oh.
Okay.
Famous Liams, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You were
famous.
saying?
I thought it was movie Liams.
No, famous names.
Well, I got 2 anyway, so you're marking them off.
Okay.
So,
Okay, Scotty, give me 30 seconds on the clock.
God, I was so institutionalized by our topic.
Scotty, sorry, John might have
Yes.
got the harder section. Section
I
B.
always do.
A is always the easier one, generally, as far as I can tell.
Was it?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, ready to go?
I'm going to
Go.
consciously do it the other way around next week.
I know, and I'm going to pick the other way.
So, John, in 30
Yes.
seconds, can you name 5 famous Joes?
Oh,
Ooh,
Joe. Shit, I'm stuck already.
that's a tough one.
Joe Hart. Joe.
His first name was Mickey, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, let's go with it.
Mickey.
Joe.
Oh my God, that's tough.
Joe. Like, I don't even know if there's any famous Joes.
I can think of one. That's
There is. There's 5 of them.
Really? Joe.
I can think of one footballer.
Jolene.
5 seconds.
No, it's not. I don't
Gone.
know any Joes.
Okay.
Time up.
I'm actually interested to hear the Joes.
Okay. Well, we go through the Joes first. will we?
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Okay,
That
that means you lost.
Because I'm going to say I don't know any of these people.
President of the United States.
Joe fucking Biden.
Oh,
He has a very famous podcast.
Joe Biden has a famous
No,
podcast.
the next Joe.
Joe Mama.
Joe Rogan.
Oh
Rogan.
yeah.
Oh, no, I'm getting all these now.
And now the next one, he had a lot of tigers and stuff when he was.
Joe from Tiger King.
Yeah.
Joe,
What-
Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic.
Joe
That's his
Exotic.
name, yeah.
A famous actor. He was in the Lethal Weapon movies.
No, don't know him.
Joe Pesci.
Oh, Joe Pesci.
He was in trouble during the week, actually.
Was he
And-
over what?
Remember Sinead O'Connor was on SNL?
Yeah.
She ripped up the picture of the Pope.
Yeah, yeah.
He was on the week after saying he repaired the picture and put it up, and he said if she was on my SNL, she would have got a proper smack in the mouth.
Oh my
saying
God.
he'd beat her up like.
Wow.
And now he's going viral, basically saying that Joe Pesci's a dick for trying to saying he'd beat up.
But
Sinead
was that not
O'Connor.
like in the 90s?
Yeah,
So just re-emerging again.
it's just re-emerging, basically.
And then some people find him good looking. He was recently with Sophia, what's her name, wasn't he?
Loren.
But I don't know if they're still
Vergara.
together. Joe Manganiello.
Don't know who he
No, I
is.
don't know him.
What about Joe Cole? No.
No Joe Cole. And Joe Hart is the soccer goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
yeah,
in-
sorry, I thought I was
Yeah.
saying Mickey Joe
Yeah,
Hart.
see.
Okay, so famous.
You weren't saying the footballer.
famous Liams. Liam Payne from
Liam.
One
Oh,
Direction
Liam,
fame.
yeah.
Liam Hemsworth.
Got him.
Liam Neeson.
Got
Liam
him.
Gallagher. And you are trying to get him as Liam Cunningham.
Ah, Cunningham. Was he on the
Nice.
list?
He was.
Ah,
So you are trying to get him. So that is 2 for Scotty and 0 for Johnny.
lovely. That's 2 weeks
I've
in a
never
row.
gotten 0 before.
Yeah,
Oh.
No Joes.
I'm going to have to make a big
And
comeback
I thought
next
Joe
week.
Biden would be the easiest one actually.
Yeah,
I thought you were
no,
gonna get one of
Sleepy
them
Joe.
at least.
That's a big one, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, cool. 2
Joe
weeks in a
Rogan
row.
as well.
Yeah,
I'm only
yeah.
watching a video on Joe Rogan this morning.
I'm on a roll now. Here is my shellbomb. It is about a series of islands. It's about the Philippines. You know much about the Philippines?
I know the Philippines have
Trilla in Manila was in the Philippines, was it?
That's correct, yeah.
the biggest gin population like as in the biggest gin sales in the world.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
that
I
was
was thinking biggest gin population is like like these glasses of gins walking around.
Yeah, loads of gin people. walking around.
Well, here's a fact about the Philippines. It consists of 7,641 islands. The Philippines, 7,000. So, oh god,
There's a lot of tracing your footsteps in the
It's
sand
an
there.
archipelago. Ooh, that's a big word. Which means it's made up of a group of islands, 7,641 islands to be exact. That figure does not include the thousands of sandbars and other landforms that emerge during low tide.
Oh,
That's
and
absolutely
there's the
crazy.
people living on all of them.
Yeah. They're all inhabited. 7,641 little islands.
Jesus,
So crazy. That's a lot of places to manage, isn't it, really? When you think about
Yeah,
it.
just not together. Yeah,
Crazy. You could basically do whatever you want. You could take over one of those. Couldn't you really?
and beat the king.
Yeah.
You could do.
We
Yeah.
should do that. Waffle Island.
I'm sure there's an Waffle Island. I'm sure there's a that could be anything. That could be us taking over an island. That could be having 7 lads in a villa trying to get one girl.
That's
Yeah.
Waffle Island.
Who can make the best waffle?
That would
you
be
know?
awesome.
Could be anything.
Yeah. Okay, that's mine. There you
And
go.
now, keeping with time or keeping with the current topic, anybody know Barbie's full name?
Barbie Roberts.
Oh, close.
No way.
It's Barbara Millicent Roberts.
Oh, right. I didn't know the middle one.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Mm.
Barbie's full name.
Oh, right, there you go.
See
Yeah.
that Oppenheimer movie, like 3 hours long.
It looks class.
It does, but 3 hours long time.
We should watch that. We should go watch it.
I'd invest in going to see that. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. If you have any spare time, let's plan it.
Yeah. Right, John.
What are you doing tonight?
Nothing.
Oh, there you go.
I have a gig in Tullamore if you want to come along.
Is there any
Wow.
cinemas in Tullamore?
We've kind of already done that
2
this
weeks in a row. I'm playing guitar and singing tonight.
So it's
It'll
like
be
Well,
it's
you
going to
would-
be a different gig.
month. Who are you with tonight?
my band. I don't play drums for my band. I was just covering for Rob.
Rob, yeah. Well, he's gigging tonight, is he, Rob?
Rob's with us tonight. Yeah, we're a full 4-piece. I normally play guitar and sing in my band.
Oh, okay.
I don't play drums.
Oh, so you're a 4-piece?
We're a 4-piece band. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
So it's 25% each,
Yeah.
not 33 and a third.
No, I was wondering what you're saying last week.
Come back to
That
business.
is not factual in last week's podcast. Damn it.
Let's
Um,
pre-record.
No, you just asked me if it was 33 and a third, and I said no, it was not.
Oh.
That's not the way we do things. But yeah, no, I'm playing guitar and singing.
Oh,
That's
I'd
my
like to
usual.
See, I'd like to see frontman Scotty instead of drummer Scotty.
It's different.
And all the times I was in Tullamore this year. you
I
were
know,
there.
yeah.
And you're in the Bridge House.
Bridge House Tullamore, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, come along. It's always madness in there.
Well, this is out of date now because you listen to it on Wednesday. But anyway.
Yeah. Oh, we were in the Bridge House. Anyway, John, go on.
Oh, what was it? What were we doing?
Shellbombs.
Shellbomb.
Oh, the shellbomb. Well, I was talking about just having so much fun here. We were talking about octopuses there with the family there yesterday. How
Alright.
smart they are and stuff like that.
Yeah, clever.
Do you know how many hearts octopus have?
7.
No.
Oh.
3.
What?
Yeah, 3 hearts.
Why is
'Cause-
that? Mickey Joe, Joe Hart,
Yeah,
There's two
hearts.
Mickey
Because we were
Harts.
talking about hearts.
Ian Hart.
Because there was a story I read where octopuses are extremely smart now. I think we shouldn't eat octopuses. Just putting it out there.
Right?
Because they're actually really smart. There's times where I read stories of like people having pet octopuses, and they've like woken up in the morning and there'd be wet stuff on the floor and stuff like that. And when they put a camera on it, the octopuses were getting out
Oh, yeah.
and
They
going around the house.
hop out in the tank, yeah. I've heard
And
that
then,
before.
but then they go back in and lock the tank, and it's like they pretend they were never even out.
They're crazy smart.
Yeah, they're very smart
Yeah.
creatures.
Have you ever seen an octopus using its camouflage?
Yes, when he's scared and stuff.
Yeah, it's
incredible.
so cool. They just and
Yeah.
they like turn into whatever's beside them.
I think someday, like, we'll all go to heaven or something like that, and people will be like, you know, you shouldn't have been killing octopuses. Octopuses are like reincarnations of everybody, basically,
Yeah.
or something like that. There'll be something. I think there'll be something weird about octopuses in the future.
People eat people, you know that?
What part of the
People
octopus
eat
do we
people.
eat?
Yeah.
Is the tentacles?
Which?
Is the tentacles?
That you eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the tentacles, isn't it? Is that what calamari is? Isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Squid.
yeah. I was in.
Well, squid isn't the same as an octopus. Is it?
Are they not just like little mini octopus? No.
I was in a restaurant,
enough.
a Chinese restaurant in London once, and they were baby octopuses. We were eating baby octopuses.
Boo.
I didn't eat them.
Was it the one where you're sitting around your man doing all the chopping thing and he flicks up the egg and the egg goes in the pocket?
No,
No.
no.
I think it's a bit gross anyway. I don't think
It's
I'd eat
gross.
octopus.
Octopuses are.
Not a hope.
I don't even eat prawns, to be honest.
No,
What about
whatever.
what is it? Fish eggs? What's that? Is that
Caviar.
Oh,
caviar?
That's
Yeah. Have you ever
fancy.
tried caviar?
Yeah, well, John usually has it on the table when we come in.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's us, lads.
Oh, yeah, excellent.
That's it.
Shellbombs.
Shellbombs.
Boof.